22nd ranked team in the land, the South Carolina Gamecocks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up.
Get us underway.
From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. So the Oregon Ducks offense will go to work first. And are we ever lucky to see these two great quarterbacks in action here today? And Jesse, it won't be long before we'll see them squaring off on Sundays.
Yeah, and these guys can both stress a defense for similar reasons, and we've seen it all year long, right? Both guys have tremendous arm talent, and both guys can hurt you running the football as well. So these defenses are really going to have to be careful with how they try to defend these two quarterbacks, David. This one could come down to which guy has the ball last.
Yeah, which is really, really cool. A big showdown. They know what's on the line. Man, these are two huge names. You know, brand versus brand. Big-time baller versus big-time baller. Trying to come out on top. Yeah, defenses, I feel bad for them. And that's not what this is about. This is about the QB.
Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk after the 30-yard line. Deep in the season, that crisp air all around you, and this feels like a must-win game, guys.
This is a game that will impact the college football playoff. It'll have conference championship implications, and it'll have bowl game implications as well. David, so much riding on the line in this one.
And you can feel it, man. You can feel the energy. The players this week, they were on high. Like, you can tell they were ready for the challenge. This is going to be an absolute showdown.
Moore to the air. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
There's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, he wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting him know it's going to be a long day. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Grabbed over the middle. It's Stewart. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season now.
Intercepted in the first drive, ends with a pick. He's brought down. A short return, but the defense comes out. Top with a pick.
There was a lot of talk coming into this game about what the weather conditions were going to be like, and we asked the coaching staff about it, and they said, look, we've got a guy that we feel can spin it in the rain. He does it in practice. We've seen it in games. That one, though, looked like it got a little bit away from him there on the opening drive.
That's a fumble on the play. And the ball is going to land out of bounds. They'll maintain possession and pick up a few yards in the process.
You start to get that offense going and start having success, you got to make sure when you get closer to the scoring range, I take care of that football. If you don't, coach is going to go, you on the sideline, you in the game.
Finding open areas. Oh, and he gets it back. A fortunate turn of events. They bring him down, but not only does he recover the fumble, he gets the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Trying the left side. They'll get him on the ground after a pickup of 3 to the 28.
Guys, for just a little bit, let's talk about South Carolina. For some teams, the road into the top 25 can be a little more treacherous than for others. And once you get there, you've got to convince the rest of the country you deserve to stay.
And I think that's what's next for this squad. They've earned the right to get in the top 25. People are noticing what they're doing. Now, let's continue to build on it because they haven't proven they're a top 10 team, and they want to get to that point.
Yeah, let's stay hungry. Let's not be satisfied with the fact that we just broke into the top 25. Let's get in the top 20, top 15, top 10. Let's make the college football playoff. Don't want to get ahead of your skis here too early. It's a nice thing to be inside the top 25 now, but you want to continue to get better.
Fights off a defender. Out of bounds at the very edge of the red zone at the 20. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Gamecocks are on the move. On the option. Now the toss. Touchdown, Gamecocks. Great job by the back on the option.
What I like about this running back is he can do it different ways. He can hurt you running between the tackles. He's got great vision, but he's also got a lot of speed. And I love the fact that this offense can go option. They can trust the quarterback to make the right decision, pitch it out to him wide, and then you see the speed. There's so many different ways in the running game. This guy can hurt you, and you saw it right there on that long, explosive play.
And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. To the ground with the back. There he goes. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. No matter what uniform the Ducks are rocking, they are dressed for success on the ground.
And that's who they are, right? They're dressed for success. They run the football, and then after that, what do? They run it simple.
Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
And the Ducks with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Moore will throw. Makes the catch. It's Stewart. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
I'll tell you, man, I love quarterbacks that have arm talent, but that can throw it accurately at the same time, and you saw all of it on that end route.
It's as if you're engulfed in a space odyssey. Williams-Brice alive on third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. And he made the grab with enough for the first down, but not enough room on the sidelines to stay in bounds. It's fourth down.
Well, it looked like the offense had a rhythm here early in the drive, getting a first down, but I don't know about that play call. Going deep on third down, low percentage throw, it falls incomplete. And all that momentum that was established early in the drive, that's gone away now if you have to punt.
Going back to the well, another deep ball. Can't complete the long throw, and the defense gets off the field on fourth down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Breaks into the open. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down. It's year 5 now for Shane Beamer at South Carolina. The Gamecocks coming off their best season since 2013. Now the question is, what's a realistic ceiling?
And I think getting to that 10-win mark. Last year they had 9 wins, but the offense took off, and having a dude like LaNorris Sellers, Jesse, that's a full-grown man that can do so much for an offense. Excited to see if he can take that next step.
Yeah, I think based on his success last year, that helped out the portal, that helped out high school recruiting. Guys want to play with him. He's that exciting. So I think the quarterback spot, I think that's a huge key to see if the Gamecocks can take that next step.
And so many things have to come together perfectly for a screen to work for big yardage. And they were close. You could tell that almost busted, but they just got wrapped up, got a little bit of yardage, but they really wanted that one to be a big gainer.
They run into a bit of trouble here. 3rd and long from the 25, and the last thing they want is to get knocked out of field goal range. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecocks!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, Dave. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting box, and they need to get something together with this possession. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. The Ducks have changed their look completely in the backfield. Mekhi Hughes, Isaiah World highlighting a transfer class. It really ought to transform this team into a potent force on the ground. Is that what was missing from the squad a year ago?
I think you want to see the passing and the running working together. You've had a couple of top-notch quarterbacks the last couple of years, obviously with experience. Now, an inexperienced guy at the quarterback spot. You might need to lean more on the running game. Oregon's got the guys up front. They got the guys in the backfield. They could do it.
Moore to the air. Quick strike complete. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. And here comes the offense on second down. Looking to fire. Finds his man down the middle. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down.
Well, the tight end shows off his speed. See his ability there to separate from the defender trying to cover him on that drag route.
The Ducks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Gives it on the option. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Second down, he'll throw it. Snagged in the middle. It's Hughes. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. Both teams wanted to establish the run, and they have done exactly that in the first quarter. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. To the ground to try to pick up the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Really nice job on third down by this offense. This offense has struggled on third downs throughout the season. Not even in the top 50, but you know what? When you make it third and short, when you have the run-pass option and you're not predictable, you can be more successful. So let's see if this offense can continue to put themselves in good positions.
Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
Quarterbacks generally, guys, we know, they're not as big and not as physical runners as running backs. So it is going to be trickier for them to break tackles. I like the idea of getting the design quarterback run game going. But moving forward, let's see if we can get him out to the perimeter.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Third down, red zone play, crowd alive. Moore will throw. Got his man quickly. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag on the field. A costly penalty wipes out that third down conversion, and now they'll back up and try it again. As the rooster crows, they are getting Got it in the middle, it's low. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. This crowd busting the decibel meter and trying to will a 4th down stop. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Big man has it. It's a first down and more. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7. That may seem like a really aggressive call, but David, you settle for 3 there. It's like handing a win to the defense.
Yeah, and I like aggressive. Aggressive is good for offenses, and we've seen it time and time again. You get beat when you kick field goals. That's something that you look back, it's a big stat, so I like the aggressiveness to go for it, especially when you get it.
And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Oregon!
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He's got great speed. Out of bounds at the 36-yard line, and solid work by the return team on that one. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one, 2nd and 8 coming up.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the run.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Looking for a man. It's Sellers. Got it in the middle. It's Harbor. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Off the play fake. Rushes on him. Pressure in his face, and he lets it fly. Didn't have much of a choice there but to get rid of it.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He lobs one high down the left side. It's a big stride inside the 10. The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6.
And that's what makes this offense so dangerous. They've got playmakers all over the field. Here they are on their own side of the 50. 3rd and long, on any given play, they can take it the distance. They do right there. Not just moving the chains, but setting themselves up now 1st and goal.
And wow, the defense was in there quick, fast, and in a hurry and shut that run game down. Like, they were ready for that 2nd down now. A little more space for the offense, backed up, a little more room to operate and try to maybe find some windows to throw a football.
All right, this offense just keeps trying to pound the ball into the end zone down tight, but the defense, they're very, very physical. So I think you got to think about either a perimeter run, a potential run-pass option, or let your quarterback try to go make a play thrown.
On 3rd and goal, they'll try to throw it in. Finds his big tight end. They're going to stop him short, and man, we haven't haven't seen a lot of that. This offense has been a machine on third down. They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. Didn't make them sweat at all. It's good. And now the lead is even bigger.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. That deficit has now grown to double digits, down 17-7 as they start this drive. Motion from the back. On the move. And he moved it slightly forward. Defense played it well.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time, but you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
More to the air. Right on the money. And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line. The Ducks will have it 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Finds his man. It's low. Still on his feet at the 45. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41. And the Ducks have this offense rolling. Wants to throw on 1st down. Almost had the completion, just missed it. Guys, let's chat for a moment about Oregon. It's the conference finale today. Win this, win extra football ahead. Has taken a ton of hard work to get here, David, and they certainly can't afford to let down.
Yeah, and you people, Reese, you know, that looking ahead, always pointing to the future, like they need to win today. Like their goals are still in front of them, but today is a big day in the conference to continue to keep winning.
And that's the thing I think their coach kept reminding his team of all week long. At the very start of the year, in our first team meeting, we put our goals up on the board. The #1 goal was to win the conference, and they have a chance to guarantee themselves a spot in that game with a win today.
Got him downfield, and he will score. The question now, will it count as we check out the laundry on the field? What a costly mistake and big call. They could have been right back in this thing, and now they'll have to try it again. It's as if you're engulfed in a space odyssey. Williams-Brice alive on 3rd down. Off the RPO, quick throw to the right. Now well within striking distance as that 3rd down play gets them a first at the 29. The Ducks pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your run.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Send the tight end in motion. He might want another play. Moore will throw. Good timing on the quick out. He's forced out of bounds inside the 5 at the 4, and they save the touchdown, at least for now. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Ducks trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. Moving toward the end zone, ball out! Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
And when you're on defense and it's wet and it's It's rainy. You know exactly what time it is. That ball gets a little heavier. It gets a little slicker. You're trying to get to that thing. You know you get your hand on it. There's a good chance it's coming out. Nice job by the defense forcing it with the assist from the weather.
Pressure coming. Takes a hit as he fires.
Yeah, it felt incomplete because he did a great job of getting to the quarterback. He's in the pocket. Yeah, he's comfortable, but you get in there and you get a hit on him. Now he feels it. Can't throw the football. Can't follow through with his arm motion. Nice job by the defense.
He lost it high and deep down the left side. And they couldn't connect on the deep shot. Let's see if things get worse. There's a flag on the field. Which way is this going to go? They'll decline that penalty. Obviously very happy with the results of the play. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Fires to the big fella. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. His first one of the day gave that leg a workout 5 times at last week's victory. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Running out of time here in the first half, and they do have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And so you got to locate your best players and get them the football on this drive. You're down in the game. There's obviously a lot of football left, David, but on this drive, in this 2-minute situation, best players got to touch the ball.
And this could get into pressing mode, right? Like you go into the half down a couple of scores, it starts to, the pressure really mounts. Good opportunity to take some of that pressure off, get some momentum, energize this squad going into halftime.
And the Ducks trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Moore to the air. Here's a heat. Several defenders get an assist on that tackle. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that 3rd down play. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. And the defense stands up this offensive line and stuffs him right at the line of scrimmage. He didn't get it. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. No good. The missed field goal still leaves us with a double-digit deficit. Still a 10-point game.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
From the gun, running back on the move. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, you've been calling a lively one so far from there in Columbia. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today.
On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. They had this lead to start the 3rd quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football with that.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the second half.
Floats it out in space. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Listen, if I'm a QB, second down, I want to check the ball down and get a manageable third down, but when this defense is flying around like this, so fast closing out, he got to that running back, got him on the ground so fast, the running back had nowhere to go.
To the air, it's Sellers. Throws for the tight end. Can't make the play on the interception, and man, they were looking for their first pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 4th down. And the Gamecocks will line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. The long missed field goal squashed any hopes of scoring on the last drive. They'll try to get something done this time. Out of the gun, the give to the back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. On the ground, it's Whittington. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy on the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Quickly to the tight end. He snagged him, but he'll be stopped short of the 1st down. Good, solid pickup on that play.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on 1st down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
The Ducks in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Hand off from the shotgun. Turning it on! Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a 1st down. Now lining up to snap it in the red zone. Right back to the well. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. The give to the back. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down. They can't pick up the 1st without scoring. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Ducks!
And that's what makes this quarterback so dangerous, fellas. He can hurt you throwing the ball. Man, is he ever dangerous and explosive with his feet. You have got to be able to get this guy on the ground. If you don't, he's got way too much wiggle and speed. You saw it right there.
From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
I think if you're the coaching staff, you have to like what you've seen from this guy so far in the game. He's pumped out some really nice runs. Obviously, he's already scored a touchdown. Really nice run there as well. And for me, I would keep thinking about creative ways of getting this guy the ball as the game goes on here in the second half.
Man, it's so important when you play QB. I got to know when to put some air on it, and I got to know when to rocket that thing in there. Work in the middle of the field. He knew he needed the rocket. Threw it in there. Great job. Great catch.
Fires to the big fella. He'll make a play on 3rd down. He's got enough for the 1st as they mark it at the 32.
Just beautiful. And that's a great feeling as a quarterback when you make that throw. It keeps your offense on the field, keeps the offense in rhythm. Obviously not as good as throwing a touchdown pass, but I'll tell you this, way better than having to trot off over to the...
And here's a fumble way behind the line. And the defense defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
And the offense goes 5 wides and spreads the field. The problem is that spreads you thin, and you only got 5 guys in protection, and they don't do a good enough job up front. The defense gets home, forces the fumble. Big play for this defense.
Moore will throw. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. This time on target. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
Well, it's a nice job by the tight end there. He's patient. He fights his way through all the traffic in the middle of the field, running that drag route, making it an easy completion for the quarterback.
It's 1st and 10 from the 13. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon! And that one will put them up here in the second half.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. From inside the 10, here he comes. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news, though, they get another chance, right? They can make amends with this drive right here. That's all that's important. You've got to execute and you've got to lock in.
And it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. Be interested to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Dropping back, it's Sellers. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
3rd and long situation, we're bringing an extra DB on the field. We're telling our front guys to pin your ears back and go get the QB, and they get the job done.
He gets it away from his own end zone. Hauls it in, looking for space. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. This offense has it with really good field position. Looking to throw on 1st down. Pulls it in. It's Benson.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
The Ducks with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. They'll run play action. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Creates a little space. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the 1st down, and he slides in safely. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The give to the tailback. Tough run gets it into the red zone, and they knock him down at the 17.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Grab near the sticks. It's Hughes. They'll run him out of bounds, but look what's on the ground. Penalty marker. They had the 1st down before that penalty backed them up, and now they'll snap it on 2nd down. Offense gets set for second down. On the ground, it's Whittington. They make the stop, give him 3 yards on the carry. Ball's at the 24.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
Finds a spot in the middle. That'll be enough to give them a first and goal from the 10. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer. But you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Well, they try to go quarterback design run on that play, but the defense just not buying it. Nice job, everybody playing downhill and making a tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Moore to the air. Looking to the end zone. Fires into traffic, picked off. And he is brought down, but what a way to finish this quarter with the pick. Time has expired here in the quarter, and Oregon has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. From the gun, running back gets to give. Follows a good block there, picks up 3s out to the 9.
Got to give this defense credit because they have bottled this guy up all game long. He's one of the best running backs in all of college football. Everybody was expecting him to have a big one today. Don't tell that to this defense, though. They played with great effort. They've gotten hats to the football, and they have been able to shut him down.
Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. The Gamecocks will try to pin them back with the punt. At midfield, trying to turn it upfield. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. And boy, they missed an opportunity last time throwing that pick in the red zone, David.
Yeah, and you got to put that frustration behind you. You can't turn it over. That's a cardinal sin. You know better than that, Jesse. You can't take points off the board, but you got to move on.
You do. I think he just got way too overeager down in the red zone that last drive. So just come out here, trust your reads, trust what your coaches have told you to do, and just go out and execute the offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Moore will throw. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Going to swing it on second down. Forced out of the pocket. And with not much doing downfield, he found his parents open in the stands and threw it to him.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. And the Ducks will punt it away on fourth down. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Sends his first one of the day on its way, and that matches the number of appearances he had in that win last week. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Things had not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down.
And this is going to fall on the quarterback's shoulders here in the fourth quarter. You're trailing. It's a close game. You are going to have to complete some balls. You're going to have to make some big-time throws in small windows under duress if you're going to bring your team back and will them to victory. Incomplete there, obviously, but expect them to continue to throw it. This quarterback better dial in.
He was looking for some place to put his foot in the ground, but the defense was everywhere, and he's knocked down behind the line.
How about the job by this defense today? They knew what they were getting into. A really good running back. We talked to him this week. It was the main focus point of this offense, stopping the run game, stopping the run game. Boy, have they showed.
Oh, he's got some space. They've got him now. He almost picked up that first down on the screen. And the Gamecocks will send out the punt unit. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so you got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen.
The Ducks can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Caught behind the line. It's Benson. Huge play there into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 46.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion.
Oh, there's an alley on the left. Smacks it with the stiff arm. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
He'll keep it himself. Oh, he was in the backfield immediately. A 3-yard loss.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
A 3rd and goal, and this defense feeling energy from the crowd. He cannot get it in, a mere inches away from pay dirt.
That's an outstanding effort by the defense. Backs against the wall. How about the play inside on that defensive line, just tunneling down low. They're able to get the stop, and now they set up 4th and 1 on the goal line.
He'll take it himself. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks! That score pushes us out to a comfortable margin, and they are oh so close to a 10-game winning streak.
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a 2-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, but getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot, and now let's see if they can pull this one out. Escapes the sack. He's in open space downfield. Short gain on the play before he slides. The Gamecocks will hustle to the line.
Well, this defense is not going to be patient with this quarterback. They know that they have to affect him, and they have
There he goes. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line.
I'll tell you, you cannot count this team out because of who's playing quarterback. When this guy's in the game, it's never over. Yeah, they're trailing here in the fourth quarter, but this dude can put up points quickly.
That was a nice swat. Even Dikembe Mutombo would love to wave his fingers side to side and say, no, no, no.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Looking for a man. It's Sellers. Unloads to the wideout. And his throw is incomplete.
It seemed like there may have been a miscommunication there between the QB and receiver, just not on the same page.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
This offensive line is not going to like watching the film back tomorrow when they get the opportunity, because they have gotten beat time and time again up front, especially in passing situations. All of the hits, all of the sacks this quarterback has taken is the biggest.
It's picked off, and that's number 10. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's fourth down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
Snags it quickly on the left. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
This is no surprise to defenses anymore. Everybody throws wide receiver screens, and you could tell they were ready for it. They saw the quick game. They pounced on it, got the wide receiver on the ground. That's not the first time they've seen that.
So now it's second and long. The give and tick, 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 tick. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
This is a big pressure moment for the offense, too, because they've got the lead, but it's now third down on their own side of the field. They would love nothing more than to be able to convert this, stay on the field, keep bleeding the clock, but the defense, I'd expect them to bring pressure here, trying to force the ball out of the QB's hands quickly.
He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Gets the back moving. Now on the move. First down and more. He turns this into a nice gain and gets down to avoid the hit.
As sometimes as a quarterback, you just need to take the game over yourself. You need points to win, and it's going to come down to you throwing it or maybe running it like you just saw there to get that done.
The Ducks have their offense in high gear. Calls his own number. Finds a little space. And a nice pickup on the line and gets down to avoid contact.
Man, it's so nice to have a QB that can do that can run and make plays when you need it. Late in the football game, trying to run this clock out, preserve the win. He picks up the big first down and keeps the clock moving.
And the Ducks will line it up on 1st and 10. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Hughes. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Oregon! That ought to be enough to make this lead insurmountable, and with it, they'll be a perfect 10-0.
And how about this squad, man? Looking good again. I feel like we say this week in and week out, just continuing to remain undefeated. Whatever it takes, offense, defense, special teams, they have been a good unit, and that's why their ranking is so high.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, you know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we'd have just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David. But I'll say this, if you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You've got to lock in. You got to take the week of practice very seriously and find those positives that you can build off, David, that you're talking about.
Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Makes the catch on the left. All the way down to the 38-yard line before he goes out of bounds, and they dialed up the perfect call on that one.
Hey, you know, the defense here in this situation with a huge lead, they've got to anticipate that this offense is going to be trying to throw the ball to the sideline, so they've got to work different coverages to try to force the quarterback to go over the middle of the field with the football.
Dropping back, it's Sellers. Pocket breaking down. Trying to escape and get it himself. Oh, it's a fumble. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
You know, oftentimes when you're playing in conditions like this and it's raining, you'll the skill players offensively take off the gloves because they want to be able to feel the football. They think it gives them better control of it. I don't know if that played into the football going on the ground there, but you know that ball security is going to be one of the biggest factors in this game moving forward.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Wide receiver going in motion. Making side adjustments here. Back to pass on 2nd down. Caught over the middle. It's Moore. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the 1st down mark.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
The Ducks are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down.
I mean, sometimes you overthink it. Sometimes running the football on 3rd and short with the lead is not the worst thing in the world. Keep that clock ticking. But now decided to go for it, setting up a 4th down. And this looks like a situation where you should punt the football.
The offense gets the timeout. 12 ticks left on the clock. The offense setting up shop at the 46. 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Tight end finds a soft spot. They'll use the timeout. 6 seconds left on the clock. And after this play, the cake will be baked. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Just a short pass to the tight end. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. Timeout is called with just a single second left. Ball spotted at the 27. It's 1st and 10. Ball's incomplete, and that'll do it from here. Coming into this one, we wondered whether these guys were a little bit overrated, and certainly they did nothing to dispel that notion.
They were playing angry today, and I know talking to some of their players, David, coming into this game, they felt like they were being disrespected. A lot of people thought their opponent might get them today, so they took this opportunity to make a statement and make an example out of their opponent.
And those are fun moments in the